Welcome back to the stream. Let's make sure everything is up and running. Oh, baby, 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 baby. All right, we're here. We're ready. My chest hurts. Not in that way. Stellar Blade State of Play. I mean, it's coming out on PC, but I think it's got possibly some anti-cheat attached to it because Sony, just like with Helldivers and crap like that. So it might be bundled with some crap that may cause sales to kind of dip. But the reason my chest is sore is because I blasted through my arms workout, so I'm a little peaked. A little huffy and puffy, which I need to be because I need to do more things. But fuck, you just lay down and get all tired, and then you sleep. And that's not okay. I mean, it feels okay. It feels real okay, but screws me up for the west of the week. Screws me up with the west of the week. God makes your chest hurt to remind you it could happen anytime. Yes, those random. Oh no, this is it. This is the big one. Thing is, it's up here, not like down here, up here. So it feels like the top of my pec areas because I was doing like shoulder rotations and stuff. But I wasn't even doing chest flies. Chest flies will make the top of my pecs hurt real bad. It was like soreness. But then it's hurt to the touch. It's tender to the touch.
My ass cheeks keep alerting the guards.
What was that noise?
Hey Haas, how are you? It's a much different sensation from when I was getting having chest pains from before. Good God. Welcome in. So Karate Kid, I'm hearing some kind of nastiness. That it's not very good. Like it was too, like it feels like it has two different stories going on at once, and they don't really connect. And Ralph Macchio is just kind of in it for a paycheck. Like he had like a spare afternoon in the middle of filming Cobra Kai to like go over there and do something. It sounds like it's really odd. And that's unfortunate because it could have been a good idea. But the side story that they don't even touch on has Joshua Jackson, I think, in it. Joshua Jackson of Mighty Ducks and Dawson's Creek. Karate Kid. Let me see. Yeah, Joshua Jackson. I guess he's the father. Yeah, he's the father of the girl that the main guy is crushing on. And he's like, he owes some money to some bad people, and so he's got to learn martial arts, or he was a boxer, so he's learning kung fu / karate in order to help elevate his martial prowess. Dude. Which, I mean, that side story sounds interesting, but that's not this. And then he is trying to fight for her affection from her ex, which I guess is this doucher, maybe? So then there's a tournament, you know? They have to go to the tournament to fight in the tournament. It feels convoluted. Plenty of charm, but no kick. Like, they were just trying to capitalize upon the Karate Kid sensation stuff without it really having to do anything. Middling, seems. I saw Mission Impossible over the weekend. Saw it on Sunday. I thought it was really enjoyable. It's not great, though. It's kind of... The stunts are amazing. You know, everyone's acting well, doing their part and all that, but the story is not good. That's the weakest part. And it's frustrating because I got caught up on all the other Mission Impossible movies somewhat before. Like, I was missing out on, like, 2 movies, Rogue Nation and Fallout, after I'd watched this. But I've seen them all before. They lead up to being this anti-IMF organization that is doing the big baddie stuff. Not anti-terrorist. They are a terrorist-sided organization like the IMF is against them. And their leader, Lane, who's introduced in Rogue Nation, is kind of the head of that, despite the fact that they're all kind of like their own agents and stuff that can go off and do messy stuff. So he's introduced in Rogue Nation. Fallout comes out, and they talk about the Apostles, and that's where Henry Cavill's character, I forgot his name, John Lark, comes in, because he's basically an apostle of it, like this new world order type mentality of like basically having to burn or destroy the world in order for new government and new things to take up because the system is corrupt and all of that. You know, kind of an interesting argument to have. Still very, very flawed and damaging. Then the Dead Reckoning comes out, and it's like, oh, there's this AI. There's this AI that's doing stuff. So they're kind of separating themselves from the previous 2 films about this like anti-IMF organization. But that Gabriel character that they introduce in Dead Reckoning, he's got ties to Ethan's past. He's never been mentioned before. He comes out of nowhere. They try to say that he killed Ethan's wife. We don't know who. We've never been introduced to his wife before he chose this. But it's just very odd for them to tack this on at the very end when they've basically built a history that they could have drawn from. Ah, Jesus. And then Final Reckoning happens, and Lane, who was in Rogue Nation and in Fallout, he's not dead. They basically shoved him in a trunk and handed him over to MI5. So he's still around. So that guy could have been the main bad guy who wanted to take control of the AI and use it for his own nefarious needs of like destroying the planet and creating new. But they just didn't do that. They tried to create something new, which is, I guess, okay, but it was lesser than what they had already built up. It's just very strange how the Mission Impossible films in terms of writing have been kind of convoluted, but these last 2 films seem like separate. Well, at least their very last one. The Dead Reckoning's serviceable for a Mission Impossible film, but the last one feels like a separate, like they gave it to a different group. It's touching feels of Fast and the Furious. Like that level of jump the shark and everything's kind of heightened to almost satirical levels of it being just kind of making fun of it instead of doing it seriously. It's unfortunate. But again, the stunts are great. The stunts are absolutely great. Everyone's doing their job. But the story is like, you're better off just rewatching any of the other Mission Impossible films if you want a better story. If you want to get that hook. The music was good, but it didn't even have like the triumphant hit of the climax scene and having the Mission Impossible theme song kick in and really triumphant, like, ha, we did it. We overcame, and here's Ethan doing his stuff. It didn't even really seem to do that. So it was missing kind of that like stinger of satisfying, okay, we did it. We did it. We did it. Oh, so speaking of, how is Lilo and Stitch doing? Still 600. $618 million. It's a kids movie. Like there's Bond music kicks in. Yeah, it's that same thing. When you watch a James Bond movie and he's like famously in GoldenEye when he hops in the tank and he blasts through a building and there goes the climax of the music hits at the same time. But no F2 and F3. No, we have Fantastic Four. Yeah. There's an F1 and an F4. Well, it should be FF4. No, it shouldn't. Never mind. You're right. F1, Formula 1, Fantastic 4, but no Fantastic 2 and Fantastic 3. No. Trash is what it is. Mission Impossible. Oof. When did it come out? It came out it's May 23rd. Yeah, okay, so that came out May 23rd. When did this come out? May 23rd. Fuck. Lilo and Stitch beating fucking Mission Impossible. I mean, it doesn't help that it's like the 8th in the franchise, so a lot of people are like, I don't know what's going on. F-Zero movie when? Nintendo will never let it happen. Nintendo doesn't even want to make an F-Zero game. Why would they make an F-Zero movie? Karate Kid Legends hasn't even passed 100. When did that one come out? May 30th. So a little bit after. Final Destination Bloodlines, 232. Sinners. A lot of people are really praising Sinners. They're like, here, an original idea. Wait, why does it say IMAX? Oh, it's an IMAX, not Max like HBO Max. Excuse me. 350. Yeah, Lilo and Stitch beats Sinners, and Sinners is like an original idea. It's such a fucking mess. Anything new come out this weekend? No, Ballerina comes out next weekend. Which early reviews for that don't drop until like 2 days before, sometime later in the week. Which is kind of concerning, because, you know, normally you want your reviews to be like coming out early so people know what they're getting into. But they might be holding back because they don't want negative publicity to come out there and people not go and see the movie, which would be harmful. June 6th. Yeah, this week. So I think it comes out, I'm looking at a calendar now, I think it's like tomorrow or Thursday is when it drops, where they can actually start talking about the film, good and bad. If you want to say something positive about the film, you could say that early, of course. Absolutely. Keep going. Oh, great. Great. Love to hear it. But if you want to say something negative, you have to wait until later. I don't know, man. I've got reservations about this movie just because... Wait, Angela Huston? The director. Oh, that's the character. She's not the director of the film. He's the director, Len Wiseman. This is supposed to take place between... I thought it was supposed to take place between 2 and 3, which that didn't make any sense. It takes place between 3 and 4. So 3 ends... Oh god, how does 3 end? 3 ends with him pledging fealty to... whatever, the man above the table, I think is who he was. He cuts off his finger and pledges that he's, like, you know, going back to the life or something. And then 4 does that nonsense, I think. I want to get on there and just write negative as a review for Ballerina. I hate ballerinas. And then have it make no sense whatsoever. Oh my god, where am I? Yeah, so that's where 3 and 4 happen. So she should be coming in during that, because I first thought it was between 2 and 3. 2 is at the end of 2, he assassinates that one, I was gonna say exec, that one high table guy who was in the oh god, what's the name of the hotel? They made a show about it. Why can't I remember the name of the hotel? Oh my god. Continental. He's in the Continental. So he's on yeah. The sacred ground. So he kills that guy and then he's on the run. But 3 picks up exactly where it left off, where he only has like 10 minutes, half an hour, something like that, for him to get to a safe place. So there would be no way for it to happen in between there, because it picks up exactly where it leaves off. Where between 3 and 4, yeah, where 4 picks up is like he's chasing people on horseback and like killing them and stuff. So, as I've said before, with the John Wick universe, it feels like there's diminishing returns with every single movie. The first one's fantastic, and they're all good. But in terms of world building, the more they explain about the world, the weaker it feels. The less mystique, the less like, oh man. And I don't want to go full like J.J. Abrams, where it's the mystery box storytelling, where it's like the mystery behind it is more important than the actual, what actually happens. It's like, no, it feels like the decisions they make don't really like make sense. Again, Smolier needs to come back. Oh my god, he does. But he was in Italy though. That's the only problem. He wasn't part of the Continental. So, question. So if that was the sommelier from Italy, does the Continental, the one from that we know that's in New York, do they have their own sommelier? You'd think there'd be a sommelier at every single one of these Continentals. Again, world building, getting weaker as it goes on. Because I can slap down one of those gold coins and buy a drink, or slap down one of those gold coins and hide a body. It's weird. It's strange. Pretty sure it's just Winston and his vault. They don't have a sommelier on premises. Boo. And oh god, is Lance Riddick supposed to be in this? Is this his last showing? No. I thought he was in the Continental. Reddick, not Riddick. And he acted in 123 things. No, last thing it looks like he was in was Vox Machina. That's it. So he's not gonna be in this unless they do some like deep fake stuff. From the world of John Wick. They're probably hoping this takes off as like spin-off series where they can just like plug in things all the time. Why does this look like a fucking Avengers poster? Assassin trained in the traditions of the Ruska Roma organization sets out to seek revenge after her father's death. And she's part of the same organization that John was in. Let's see. Winston, the director, the Chancellor, Lena, Ella, Tatiana, Daniel Pine. He must be like just another... Wait! They have Lance Reddick credited here. He died like... When did he die? He died in 2023. Did they... Do you think... Okay. Benji, you might know this. Does he get a credit if they use his likeness? Probably. I mean, he should, I guess. It is his face. Jung Do Hong? Usually, yes. What do you mean, usually? Not always? You know, when I feel like it, I guess. They could not do it and be a complete and total ass. Like, I don't know if someone is dead, do they get a credit? I would think so. Because it's an acting credit, but they didn't act in it, but they used the likeness. Like Tarkin. Yeah. That's, oh god, who played Tarkin? Hang on. Okay, good example. He's been, alright, let's check. Rogue One. Governor Tarkin. Governor Tarkin? He wasn't Admiral Grand Moff Tarkin? It doesn't look like they use, we're bashing today, not John Wick. Well, it's not whether we're bashing it, it's just we're investigating it. Who played Falk? Ugh. I can't remember his name now. Peter Cushing. Peter Cushing. Okay. So, in Ballerina, welcome in, Pool. In Ballerina, Lance Reddick has a credit. He's been dead since 2023. And so I'm curious as to how he gets a credit if he's passed away. If they use his likeness, like do a deep fake or something like that, does he get a credit? So then I popped over to Rogue One, which Peter Cushing's character, Grand Moff Tarkin, is in the movie. But he's been dead for quite some time. He doesn't seem to get a credit, at least on IMDb. I don't know what it is on the actual, in the actual, who's he, what's it? But it's the guy that's physically playing him. But they should give credit to Peter Cushing, I would think. My nose itches. Ow, fuck. Peter McDonald. Like, it's not... No. Doesn't look like they did. That's weird. Lance did film them before he passed. No, so credit rules. Did he? I know he filmed... He passed, I think, somewhat during the filming of John Wick 4? So... And he passed in 2023, is the date that it says. If I go back and check his filmography doesn't have him listed for that. So if we go, oh, it's upcoming. That's probably why. Yeah, From the World of John Wick, Ballerina, Saint Sebastian. That's completed. It says he played Sharon in 2025. Legend of Vox Machina, 2023, 2024. Like that, he didn't even make it through the last season of Vox Machina. They had to replace him. I forgot when they replaced him, but he didn't make it through the entirety of Vox Machina as that character. So I don't know when he passed and when... Yeah, while Peter was only used like this. That's what I'm thinking, though. But I'm wondering if in Ballerina it's the same thing. Where... do you give someone... Here's my question. Do you give someone credit if somebody else plays as them and you're only using their likeness? Do they get an acting credit? Did Ian Holm get a credit for Romulus? Good question. Good question. Let me check. Did Mark Hamill get a credit for Mandalorian? Ooh. I don't know. So let me check here. Yes. Well, at least here it's listed as facial and vocal reference. Maybe they're still trying to figure it out. How to... I mean, it's IMDb doing it. Again, if it was listed off in the actual credits of the film, that'd be different. IMDb could be incomplete. It absolutely could be incomplete. Hey, Tundaki. But listing it as this, facial and vocal reference, absolutely perfect. That's how it should be, because then you know, all right, they just used the reference to him, but they're still giving tip of the hat to him. Did I talk about Snow White yet? I did when it kind of failed the first time when it came out. So does Paul Walker's brother get acting credit and a SAG card for stepping in for his brother? I don't know if he'll get a SAG card. He should get credit, but SAG cards are, like, different. I know SAG in general is kind of a fucking mess. Mandalorian. Oh, God. Mandalorian has an I in it. What's more to talk about Snow White? Did that not melt away? Yeah. Allegedly, I haven't done any deep research, but Rachel Zegler apparently opened a OnlyFans. Okay. So this is the TV series, the Mandalorian TV series. Check the whole cast here. See if it was Mark Hamill. You get ST card for doing a movie, right? I don't know. My sources say she didn't actually. Boo! I want to know how bad Snow White's recent numbers were currently at.
My source is that I made it the fuck up.
Also bad. Lilo and Stitch currently sits at 618 million, which is unfortunate because it's beating Mission Impossible. But it makes sense. Mission Impossible is a sequel, while Lilo and Stitch is a kid's movie. Snow White. Let's see where it's kind of... 205 million. It's pretty fucking bad. Alright, Mandalorian. We're looking to see if Mark Hamill is credited. Oops. Where am I? Control F. There we go. Mark. He is. He is credited. Apparently he was EV99, so he might have been in it. But yeah, he's credited in the series. That one's a bit different, because he's still alive. I'm talking more are people who have passed away getting credit. Because, like, Ian Holm, passed away. Peter Cushing passed away for quite some time. So there's no way that you could have, like, futzed it a bit and, like, well, you know, they were still alive at the time, they stepped in, and we got, you know, like, 2 days of filming with them, and then they dropped dead immediately after. Kids' movies make more money. They absolutely do. They absolutely do. On average, I will say. Because there are still some kids' movies out there that have done absolutely abhorrent, like, I think it was Mars Needs Moms. Is, like, so bad. This was 2011. 39 million. Budget of 150 million. This movie tanked. Poor, bad. Poor, bad. Never heard of it? Yeah, exactly. Precisely. It did bad. Which was the Fast and Furious where John Walker was the last one? Oh, crap, not this one. I want to look at IMDb. Hang on, John Walker. Where's the visual effects? Where's John Walker from? Okay. Fast and Furious. There we go. Paul Walker, not John Walker. Good God. Paul Walker. So the last one, Tokyo Drift wasn't the last one. Furious 7. So for this one, we're looking to see if they give a credit to his brother. Paul Walker. Terrence V. Walker, Rogue Mercenary. Glenn 62's Tim Walker. There we go. Phil Collada. Utility stunts. Stunt double for Paul Walker. No. Lance Gilbert. Stunts. Rigging. Caleb Walker, stand-in Paul Walker. Cody Walker, stand-in Paul Walker. So it looks like they're at least credited. I don't know if they're gonna get a SAG card out of it. I doubt that. Hey, Mingo. Search for Walker Brothers. Walker Brothers. Like Mario Brothers, but different. Caleb and Cody. Did you know that the lines on rulers have a width making it impossible to create accurate measurements? What? Oh, I see. The actual line itself that designates a point. So you would have to, like, measure out the middle of the line in order to know, because the line is still, like, a bit of length. Sure. I mean, ballpark things, I guess. Okay, nerd. That's funny for you to say. Meanwhile, I'm trying to see whether or not somebody gets a SAG award for just making an appearance or using their likeness. Mark Hamill is a SAG award. He is something, all right. Oh, man. But yeah, overall, I would say I did like the new Mission Impossible movie. It's not super great. It's kind of the weakest out of all the Mission Impossible films, but it's still a good time. There's good stunts and stuff. And Ballerina is the next one, which, like I said before, I am confused and concerned. Yeah, taking place during the events of Chapter 3. Oh, not in between. During the events of Chapter 3. The film follows Eve Macaro, who's beginning her training in the assassin traditions of... She's beginning it? Oh. So, like... Looking at all these assassins who've been doing things for their entire life, you know, for years and years and years, they've killed a lot of people. They're very good at their craft. If she's just now learning how to do the stuff and hasn't, like, I don't know, had a lot of years of experience, she should not be able to go up against any of these other assassins who've been doing it for like 10 years. Fight. Worse than Mission Impossible 2? Kinda, yeah. In terms of story, kinda, yeah. Like, the story for Mission Impossible 2, it makes sense. Like, it's kind of schlocky, but it makes sense. You got this guy who's holding the world ransom and wants a bunch of money, sure, fine. But the AI stuff that they're trying to put in here, it's like, how is it, what? We have need for such a level of calibrations. You hated it. Okay. You said 2 was the worst. Was. I don't even... and it's like, it's not even that 2 is really necessarily bad. It's just, it's the most different of the Mission Impossible films. It's a John Woo film. More than it is a Mission Impossible film. So you have this stylistic slow-mo and the shooting 2 guns while running down the hallway. Very actiony, very fun, but very actiony and kind of schlocky. But the story is still there. Final Reckoning, though, the story, you're kind of like, all right, and we're doing this, okay. It felt very much like it had jumped the shark. As someone who has never been into Mission Impossible, all the callbacks felt boring. There was no reason for them. There was absolutely no reason to have callbacks. I know it was them trying to, like, kind of wrap things up because it was the end of it. They didn't need to. Yeah, it's just confusing for those of the people that are just like, dude, I wasn't... The first Mission Impossible came out, like, in the 90s. It came out before a lot of people were born. Member berries, yeah. How long was the latest Mission Impossible? It's almost 3 hours. With random doves, because it was before bird flu, yeah. Well, it's a John Woo staple. You gotta have the doves. Gotta have the birds. Yeah, ew. It kind of feels long. The 2 best stunts of the entire film are when he's going down to the submarine, and he's underwater, and then when he's on the the planes, when he's hopping between the planes, which we've seen a lot of those behind the scenes on that one. But like I said, the stunts are great, everyone's acting well, it's just the story is kind of like, oh, okay. He did a lot of his own stunts, yeah. If not as many as he possibly could. And that's kind of the big one. Which one did he break his ankle on? That was, I believe, Rogue Nation, I think. He was jumping between buildings. Yeah, and he hit his foot wrong, and yeah. But they got the shot. Finish the book. You'll ever be late for work and school and just put a slice of bread in your mouth and run? No, we're not Japanese schoolgirls. Running jump on rooftop, yeah. Is this one?
He actually broke his ankle. A moment that is in the final movie.
On that final take, he landed too far and
It was Fallout, never mind.
When he got up, so we were kind of like, oh, okay, no, he's fine. And he got up and then he just as he came past our camera, he fell down.
Most other people would have stopped right there and then be hanging there. Yeah. Not him.
It's so crazy. You're gonna, even a broken foot, you're gonna do it right, you know?
He actually
he
broke
hobbled
his
a bit
ankle. A moment
to
that is
get-
in the final movie.
On that final take,
Yeah.
he landed too far and his foot took the brunt of it. Something wasn't right. But he got up, so we were kind of like, oh, okay.
And then he hobbles
he's
away,
fine.
so they got
and
the
he got
shot.
up and then he just as he came past our camera, he fell down.
Most other people would have stopped right there and then be hanging there. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh no, yeah, absolutely. Oh no, indeed. He hyperextended his foot. Yeah, that's
It's so crazy. You're gonna, even a broken
That's
foot,
bad.
you're gonna do it right, you know?
He actually broke his ankle. A moment that is in the final movie.
On that final take,
see if I can
he
pause it.
landed too far and his foot took the brunt.
Oh no! Oh no! So what you see you got here, your foot isn't supposed to bend like that. It's just not. Maybe they should have put the buildings closer together. Sure, yeah, just do that. Hanging there would be worse, so not only to keep the take, but to get out of it. Yeah. Like, get out of there so you can get it looked at, get the leg elevated and taken care of.
To bit, something wasn't right. But he got up, so we were kind of like, oh, okay, no, he's
And there
fine.
he's running
And he
again.
got up.
He's a pro. He's one of the last Hollywood movie stars that we got. There's like maybe a handful, maybe a literal handful. You could count on one hand how many movie stars we have left, who are absolute professionals, who are like tried and true. They still put butts in seats. They don't run their mouth about things you don't want to hear. They're just like, here's my movie. I hope you enjoy it. Mad props to Mr. Front Tooth. Mr. Middle Tooth. Mid-tooth, yes. He's almost 60. He's at least as old or older than Jon Voight was in the first Mission Impossible film. Jon Voight, who played like the villain, who was like his mentor. So now he's my nose itches. So now he's older than Jon Voight was like, oh, he was an old man. Oh man. Now he's doing it. He's maybe 60. Might actually be 60. He's been running for decades. He's outrunning time. He needs to be in the next Rush Hour so we get white, black, Asian unity. What? Oh. I don't think they would use him, though. What? What? 62. He's past 60. He's not 60-ish. He is hit and past 60 years old. I kind of don't like his hair. He's 63 in July. Yeah. He would outrun Jackie Chan at this point. Yeah, only because Jackie Chan already beat the fuck out of his body and it's falling apart now. Holy shit. This is his signature? That's wild. Is that supposed to be the T? It's like that's the T, it is part of the C? That's weird. He's got a website. Mimi Rogers. I didn't know he was married to Mimi Rogers. Is he still a Scientologist? I believe so. I hope to be in as great of shape as him when I'm that old. Seriously. Okay. Cruise was converted to Scientology by his first wife, Mimi Rogers. Mimi Rogers, that bitch. In 1986, and became an outspoken advocate for Church of Scientology. And he hasn't been talking about it that much. Mimi from the Drew Carey Show? No. Which, by the way, the Drew Carey Show is coming out on video. It is out on video now. They finally put it out on video. Minus 4 episodes for music reasons, copyright stuff, but it's finally out on video. YouTube kept feeding me clips from The Foreigner, and I want more Jackie. I saw a clip of The Foreigner. It's got what's his name? It's got what's his name in it. You know, what's his tits? He played James Bond. Fuck. Pierce Brosnan. It's got Pierce Brosnan in it. Have you seen all the Jackie Chan? No. I remember watching a bit of it. It wasn't like huge my cup of tea. It wasn't my cup of tea. But I did see quite a bit of it. Rumble in the Bronx is a classic. It's such a classic. His involvement in the organization was leaked by the tabloid Star in 1990, and he publicly announced that he followed Scientology in 92 with Barbara Walters. Said that Scientology, through its teaching methods, study technology, helped him overcome his dyslexia. He's been a close friend of Scientology leader David since the 80s. Several years after he started studying Scientology, the organization's leaders promised to share some Scientology secrets with him, including information about the extraterrestrial ruler Xenu. According to Janet Reitman's book, Inside Scientology, the story of America's most secretive religion, Cruise freaked out and took a step back from the church to work on the film Eyes Wide Shut. In 99, Marty, like, you guys are fucking crazy, was sent by David Miscavige to convince Cruise to return to the church to continue his studies. Cruz later sparked controversy in the 2000s with his efforts to promote Scientology. They got to him. They got to him. In the aftermath of 9/11, Cruz co-founded and raised donations for Downtown Medical to offer New York City rescue workers detoxification therapy. What? Pseudoscientific procedure that advocates of Scientology claims is a detoxification program. There's no evidence of its efficacy in detoxification and significant evidence from clinicians that it is dangerous. Oh. Uh-oh. Hey, V! Oh, my nose. Did you see the clip where Jackie Chan's dad tells him late in his life that he was a spy with the CCP and Chan isn't his surname? No? What? Chef from South Park was a Scientologist. Yeah. Paul got it right. Former Scientologist Paul Haggis has claimed that Cruz attempted to convert several celebrities to Scientology, including James Packer, Victoria Beckham, and David Beckham, Jada Pinkett, Will Smith. I thought Will Smith was a Scientologist. And Steven Spielberg. Since 2008, Cruz has restricted interviewers from asking him about Scientology. I mean, good, because at this point, it's like, who cares? Political lobbying, as well as promoting various programs to introduce people to Scientology, Cruz campaigned for Scientology to be recognized as a religion in Europe. In 2005, the Council of Paris revealed that Cruz had lobbied French Interior Minister Nicolas Sarkozy and Senate President Jean-Claude Gaudin. They described Cruz as a militant spokesperson for Scientology and barred any further dealings with him. But oh, jeez. Ah, Will Smith, yeah. An alien did a monkey, people live with it. He will never be the same. He absolutely will not. What was... I don't know what his big movie has been since the slappening. Every time I see pictures of him, I expect him to be eating spaghetti. But dumb. Actor. I Am Legend 2. Why? He dies in I Am Legend. It's not even... Oh my god. Planes, Trains, and... What the fuck? No. 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 I scrolled down and saw Kevin Hart, and I'm like, this is fucked. Oh. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. I gotta let this sit for a bit. Holy shit. This is why we can't have nice things. There was supposed to be some other remake they were doing with something with, that had, what's his tits? John Cena in it for something. It's a remake. Who's Aisha Carr? Who the fuck are you? Known for Government Cheese and The Carmichael Show and Rel. Who the fuck are you? Well, okay, what's Government Cheese? I have to click on it because it has cheese in it. Hampton Chambers is a newly released ex-convict striving to leave his criminal history behind and reunite with his family. Amidst his struggle, he grapples with frequent, inexplicable moments of divine intervention. What does that have to do with the cheese?
The toast of Chatsworth.
A drill.
It self-sharpens as it works.
You need to call it the Bit Magician.
I like that. I'm not doing smash and grabs anymore. I'm on the righteous path.
I'm not seeing any cheese.
What? Dad can make something out of nothing.
He made the best sandwiches out of government cheese and white bread.
All that poison food is probably what made him a criminal.
This invention is my family's future.
All right, they mentioned the cheese
What's
once.
wrong with him?
I want
You
more
would know
cheese.
if you'd been around.
Do you know the Prevost brothers?
I owe the Prevost brothers?
I think you have a date.
Are you in trouble?
Oh, you need money? Yes.
It's best to deal with situations in a timely fashion.
I'm short on time.
Time? It's an illusion. There is no past, there is no present, there is no future. It's all happening right now, so slow down.
Where's my cheese?
I know this is hard, but I'm here trying to make things right.
You mentioned cheese once.
Too late.
I think this
Never
might
too
be
late. We're
a tease.
family.
Owls are a bad omen. It's warning you.
I don't have the money.
Oh, Pops. Stickman said if you come to a crossroads, always go towards the sun.
Don't listen to him.
It will lead you to its treasure.
No one here is drunk on cheese. There's no cheese.
I can fix
12 rounds with John Cena.
I don't
No,
need
didn't.
fixing.
I haven't seen that. I'll check on John Cena next.
You get to choose how you proceed next.
Was that cheese?
Dreamers are dangerous.
Then consider me dangerous.
Dude, what the fuck ever. Producer, writer, additional crew. Executive producer. Hang on. Previous writer. Wrote 13 things. TV series. TV. This might be her first movie. This is a short. Yeah. Upcoming Planes, Trains, Automobiles. What the fuck? Okay. $12 rounds, you said? It's 12 rounds. It's got upcoming 64th Man podcast series. What the fuck? Heads of State. Peacemaker. Coyote versus Acme. I don't know if that'll ever come out. Let's see. 12 rounds. Oh, and wait. Have I seen this? From the director of Die Hard 2 and the producer of Speed. Oh my god. From those things that you kind of know.
Freeze! Hands in the air now! Run!
What's your name? I remember you.
Is this Officer Fisher, the New Orleans Police Department?
Yeah.
It's our anniversary. 1 year ago, you took what can never, ever be replaced.
Oh my god, it's Littlefinger.
For that, I am going to take from you.
I don't remember this at all.
She's not dead.
It's a game. The only way to keep her alive, you do exactly what I say when I say it.
I'm gonna hunt you down and I'm gonna kill you.
You know what? I look forward to that.
In 15 minutes, I will be calling a cell phone located on the 18th floor of the hotel.
Oh my
Arrive
god.
any later, the bomb goes off. I have someone to show you.
If you're continuing this, you'll have 60 seconds before the elevator falls to the ground. There's only time for one of you to survive.
Stay right there, I'll get you out. Come on, let's go. Oh my god.
I don't think we made it. Jingle jangle.
7 minutes across the 23 city blocks. Oh, ain't you glad you're single? And that song ain't so very far from wrong.
I haven't missed lots of bad movies, apparently. Apparently they're doing a remake of Planes, Trains, and Automobiles starring Will Smith and Kevin Hart. Yeah, it seems like average kind of schlocky action. It's 5.6 out of 10.
Hello there.
That's not great. Hello there, Raw Dog. I like Kevin Hart. Yeah, that's unfortunate. I mean, he's fine. Not for Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. Planes, Trains, and Automobiles should not be remade, and certainly not with Kevin Hart. Good. Googa-mooga. John Cena is not the Tom Cruise of our lifetime. No, he absolutely isn't. He absolutely isn't. He can't run. Oh, man. Yeah. Speaking of, I was going to head off to the State of Play. Let me get a little bit. Yep, State of Play comes out tomorrow. We're hoping, maybe hoping, some Resident Evil news might drop. Might go live for this tomorrow? Yeah, sure. Vidya Games, yes. Was Saw still around? What? Who? When? 2009? Maybe. I should go for a walk and eat Subway when I'm home afterwards. Sure. RER remake? Well, more like it could be. They could be popping out another remake. Fingers crossed that hopefully they're doing Code Veronica, because that would be the next in the series for them to do. But they could also be announcing RE9, because they already did kind of like alternating new numbered title versus new remake title. So they did Village, okay. Then they did Resident Evil 4 remake, okay. So now it should be Resident Evil 9 is the next one, followed by another remake. RE9 is a big rumor. Everything's a big rumor. Why make a new game when a remake is a bigger cash grab? I mean, it's going to take a lot of work, especially if it's Code Veronica. I vote skip Veronica and go straight to 5. I vote you get flogged in Times Square. Code Veronica is a really good game and has not honestly been touched since it came out. It's not like 4, which has 500 different versions of it. It's an older game with like semi-fixed camera angles and stuff like that. Like, it would really help if it had a remake. I'm gonna keep pedaling around. Come on, Phil. Gears for PS5. What? Oh yeah, Gears of War for PS5. Helldivers 2 for Xbox. Fair trade. I don't know about that. We need that new Gears is supposed to be. What was it? The prequel Gears is supposed to come out sometime. RE6 remake. Yeah, just skip directly to that one. Veronica was actually my first Resident Evil game, or maybe 2, but I was too young to appreciate. Go back, play it again. I'm sure you'll have fond memories. Meanwhile, I'm over here waiting for the new remake of Pokemon Gold and Silver for modern hardware. Yeah. Okay, so what kind of stuff we got going on? When and where? Event will be streamed live on PlayStation's official YouTube and Twitch channels. For those that can't watch live, a full presentation will be available on demand shortly after the stream ends. Confirm focus PS5 titles from around the world. According to Sony's official announcement on the PlayStation blog, this State of Play will spotlight news and updates on must-play games coming to PS5. With a focus on titles... Hey, Cozy. Focus on titles from studios around the world. It is being positioned as a global showcase that goes beyond first-party exclusive. What? Stopped band sequence with a tear in my eye. How'd you write that in red? How much Bloodborne 2 coping will be there? The average amount, I would think. Emphasizing the diverse gaming experience PlayStation has curated from indie developers to major AAA studios. What we might see. Death Stranding 2, which we know about. Release date June 26th. That's this year. Holy shit. I didn't know Death Stranding 2 was coming out this year. As most imminent AAA exclusive on Sony calendar, expect extended gameplay footage, plot reveals, or even a launch trailer. Kojima Productions has kept tight-lipped since the Game Awards reveal, so this could be its big blowout. Even if they told you what happened in the game, no one would understand. Because it's a Kojima game. It was Slash Me. Oh. We're getting legally distinct Bloodborne on the Switch too. Good. Ghost of Yotai. Spiritual successor, a possible sequel to Ghost of Tsushima. has generated huge buzz. With Sucker Punch rumored to be deep in development, this could be the first real next look at the next evolution of open-world samurai gameplay. Metal Gear Solid Delta, Snake Eater. Snake Eater. August 28th, 2025. With Konami marketing heating up, new gameplay footage or a deep dive into how the remake modernizes a classic stealth gameplay is highly likely. Resident Evil 9. Capcom is known for unveiling major Resident Evil titles during Sony events. After a wave of cryptic teasers, the time may be ripe for a full reveal, possibly with a return to the supernatural horror elements fans have been craving. What's gonna suck? The Switch game? You're supposed to do, like, the world is not enough. Bang, I never miss. The world is not enough. No Kingdom Hearts 4? Doesn't say anything about that. Shinobi Art of Vengeance, a new stealth action title from an indie team that's been gaining traction on social media. Sonic Racing Crossworlds, Sega's rumored answer to Mario Kart for a PS5 generation. House Marks Soros, mysterious sci-fi roguelike project may build on the studio's Returnal success. Marathon, Bungie may tease more about its PvP extraction shooter, especially since it's tied to PlayStation's growing live service strategy. Intergalactic, The Heretic Prophet, an ambitious new RPG from European studio, blending Mass Effect-like exploration with RTS elements. Isn't that from Naughty Dog? Isn't Neil Druckmann a part of that? Isn't everything awful? Just 2 days later, Summer Game Fest on June 6th will showcase a broader industry view, followed by the Xbox Games Showcase June 8th. Oh, God. You know, I miss when we had E3. It was like a week's worth of game content, and I would be watching G4, and oh man, that was such a cool time. And then, you know, shortly after, I'd have to hop online and find the trailers for stuff that I would then share with everyone. But man, having that be like, oh, now I'm at work. Now I'll have to like poke around with it at work. Yeah, G4, man. Really only had one trailer back in 2021 and then just dipped. I'll for sure be live for Summer Games Fest after year 2 of Street Fighter 6 last year. I need to watch that one too. G4 was the one thing that could never go wrong, right? Who said that? No one said that. G4 was very much a product of its time, and ever since it left, people have taken up the slack. They've filled that void that G4 had in terms of gaming news, entertainment, and stuff like that. Like, you walk on YouTube has basically done what G4 can do. Bringing it back was the worst fucking idea they had. How could they ruin something so perfect? Oh, quite easily, honestly. By bringing it back and forgetting why they had it in the first place. By treating it as like a way to just make money as opposed to a way to entertain. Is there a... Do I have a... Oh, here we go. I knew somebody had sent me a tweet saying what the state of play was. I can find it here. Or what it could have possibly been. Year 2 was so wild to me. And Bison, both SNK stars, Terry Bogard and Mai Shiranui, and now we're closing things out with Street Fighter 3 veteran Elena. I watched Olivia Munn eat a hot dog on a string without hands. Yes. Life, Death, Revival, and Death Again of G4 could be adapted into RE plot. Have you seen, oh, what was it called? Revenge of the Dock? Attack of the Dock? Attack of the Dock, I think? Chris Gore, there it is. Chris Gore did this. It's a full movie. Yeah, it's a documentary on how Attack the Show, not G4, but Attack the Show came to be and how it did. I highly recommend watching it. It's an hour and a half, hour 25 minutes. Really good breakdown of the goings-on of Attack of the Show. Rumored Year 3, Sagat's, Ingrid, and Alex. Okay. And Crimson Viper. Nice. Producers knew what they were doing. They knew. Felt like the Wild West at the time, and then when it became corporate... Okay, let's see. Holy shit, they leaked tomorrow's State of Play. I don't think this is real. Marvel's Wolverine. That's a possibility. Marvel's Spider-Man 3. Possibility. Last of Us 2 remastered. Sure, why not? Reimagined. Last of Us Part 1 remastered. Hollow Knight 2, The Silk of the Song. Bloodborne Kart. Bloodborne the movie. Horizon Zero 1. Horizon Zero Dawn remastered. Horizon Zero 1 2. Horizon Forbidden East. Horizon Forbidden West remastered. Astrobot Concordia. And then Concord 2. Oh my god. How was your day? My day went well. Just getting frustrated with other drivers out there. It feels like people are driving worse. And I got construction all over the place. Construction that's been going on for like over a year, and I don't know if it'll ever be done. Still get year 3, but I'm not big on the lineup. I do hope my opinion changes. How much cheese did you ingest? I mean, like a standard amount. I had a string cheese. And then I had a cheeseburger for dinner. So not much. In the big scope of things, not much. It lost me at Last of Us Part 1 Remastered. I was like, that already exists, but remastered. We have a highway that's like that, always under construction for the last few decades. Yeah, it's not fucking... It's never gonna leave. You won't survive driving here. I don't want to. That is an acceptable amount of cheese. It's unacceptable. I need more. Ingrid was a weird pig, but she's apparently got a lot going for her. Alright. So they're still trying to do this new King of the Hill. So many actors have died. Oh man. That Netflix Frankenstein sounds nice. Is it a series or a movie? I haven't. I'm about to see the. Watch the teaser. Did I tell you that Union spent all of the money to fix the on-ramp of 90 East in Chicago and are demanding more money? No, you didn't. They got the money in January and spent it all in February. Fucking wow. Welcome to our state. Fucking stupid ass. So my rage is not misplaced. It's really not misplaced. And thinking that all of the construction is like fucking mismanaged and corrupt is also not misplaced. Okay. All right, let me see this teaser.
I had determined that the memory of my evils should die with me.
Guillermo del Toro does really good set design.
Some of what I will tell you is fact.
You swerve into potholes.
Some is not. But it is all true. What manner of creature is that? What manner of devil made him? I did. I had a vision. An idea.
That was wild.
In my mind. Inevitable. Unavoidable. Until it became truth. I created death.
I remember a point when Del Toro... Oh. Oh, that could be interesting. Christoph Waltz. Nice. November. At least it's closer to spoopy time. Netflix, though. Fuck me. I'll watch it. That's a solid watch. Written and directed by Guillermo del Toro. He was supposed to be in charge of, like, the Dark Universe. That fell through. So maybe he'll just keep doing classic Universal movies. Adapts Mary Shelley's classic tale of Victor Frankenstein, brilliant egotistical scientist. Looks like it's going to be a movie. I'm not seeing it say it's a series. But yeah, this really deserves a theatrical release. Seriously. Oh, right. There's a Happy Gilmore 2 trailer. I should probably watch this. Huh. Yeah, my nose. It's pronounced Frankenstein. Didn't look disfigured enough, but looked cool. Well, I mean, we didn't see what he looked like. The thing about Frankenstein was that his body is extremely scarred, but he's not necessarily. If you were Victor Frankenstein and you were creating a body to bring back to life, and you're studying human anatomy and all of that, you wouldn't make him. Yes, he's a hodgepodge, but you still wouldn't make, like, his legs uneven, his hands uneven, and make him, like, a shambling. He couldn't walk properly. Like, you would put in the best of the best materials as possible and make sure that it fit together, at least. Now, physically, he could, like, you know, stitching and pockmarked and like, yeah, that part makes sense to be mismatched, but the internals should all fit together. I never finished the book, but that kind of seems like it's following the book closer than some other Frankenstein movies. Yeah, and I believe, if I remember correctly, the Frankenstein book also had kind of, because Frankenstein's basically he gets created, he goes to, he's very intelligent too. Like the whole, it's the universal monster that makes him like a shambling like monster. Where the actual Frankenstein was thinky. He was malicious too. Kind of like hating your creator for what he's done to you type thing. He demanded of Victor to create him a bride, a companion. And he killed, I think, Victor's, spoilers for the book and story, he kills Victor's wife or fiance or something like that, and he's like, make her my bride or something like that. And I think it kind of like forces him to do it. Jared Leto is the opposite of Pedro Pascal. Both are overused, but one isn't an insufferable asshat. What? I'd almost consider both of them an insufferable asshat. Jared Leto is devoted to his craft, and I respect that very much. Yeah, then I watched a review of Morbius, and I went, where's this method acting I heard so much of? Have you watched Suicide Squad? Oh. I mean, it was a choice. I don't know necessarily that... Just like, he was miscast. Oh, you meant Oscar Isaacs, not Jared Leto? Ironic that he's as old as Bob Barker was then. Who? Yeah, Oscar Isaacs and Pedro Pascal. Oscar Isaac is very well talented, and like everything we see him in, we're like, oh my god, yay, more, yay, good job, he did good. Now Pedro, it's like, oh my god, I don't want to see him anymore. A Sandler film that's not a scam? I don't know about that, Chief. People have been theorizing that Adam Sandler has been doing a lot of projects for Netflix recently. A lot of like direct to Netflix, direct to streaming projects. That he's got bills to pay, or he's owes somebody money, or he's in bed with Netflix quite a bit, that he keeps making these projects for them. I concur then on Oscar, right. The book is such a dry read, I struggled myself. There is a movie that they did with Kenneth Branagh as Frankenstein. and Robert De Niro was the Frankenstein monster. Original trailer, 1994. And this is Mary Shelley's Frankenstein.
No one need ever die. I will stop this. No, you can't achieve death. We won't know unless we try.
Oh, it's a Francis Ford Coppola. Is it really? He did Francis Ford Coppola, Kenneth Branagh film. Oh, he directed it. Okay, Francis Ford Coppola had a hand in it because around the same time this came out, I think, is when he did when Francis Ford Coppola did the Dracula movie, the one with Keanu Reeves and Gary Oldman.
I warn you, what you are suggesting is not only illegal, it is immoral.
What's happened to you?
I think about him, Carter.
Yes. That's the combination.
Screaming.
It's alive.
I don't remember this being too bad of a film. It's pretty good. They already said Robert De Niro. Say Robert De Niro again. Kenneth Branagh again. Are you showing me another trailer?
Did you ever consider the consequences of your actions?
Yeah, not bad. It's got like a flashback within a flashback or something like that. A flash within a flash. Fucking hated the book. I had to read it for high school. Yeah, I did too, but then we watched the movie. High school was really fucking weird in my, like, junior or senior year English class. Because we ended up, like, watching the films about as much as we read the books for things. You would have thought it was like in previous years in English, you just read the book. No, don't watch the movie. The movie's not good enough. Just read the book. But this time we were like, hey, we're gonna read the book and then we'll watch the movie. Kind of getting people. I mean, it got me more engaged, certainly, because the book can be dry. Watch the Nero movie was good. It was very well done, like the Bram Stoker Dracula with Gary Oldman. Okay, so the Bram Stoker's Dracula movie is really. Why do I call him Dracula? Dracula. Dracula. Yugoslavia. The Bram Stoker's Dracula movie, visually impressive, has like an amazing cast, except for like Winona Ryder's kind of sketchy in her acting, and then Keanu Reeves is Keanu Reeves. Everyone else is phenomenal. Gary Oldman as Dracula, perfect casting. But then everything else was like, Bram Stoker. Hey, Chicago Fawcett. I read Frankenstein. While this movie was still not accurate to the book, it was the most accurate that I've seen. I can't think of any other movie that's come out around Frankenstein that's as accurate as this one. Yeah, sure. Finished the book, and oh my god, that ending. Is it the Frankenstein ending? You read a different book. Dragulia. Lucky we didn't watch the movie because my English teacher was an old curmudgeon. Yeah. You get that a lot in English. You get that a lot in English classes. But I remember I read the Dracula book. I didn't read until college. Frankenstein I read in his high school. Dracula I read in college. It's weird when I got to read certain things at what time. Just very strange. Not really any type of consistency, I would think. But, those are kind of the classic monsters. Oh boy. Wait, what? By 3, okay. My nose. All right. So they're making new King of the Hill. I think the creator is involved. I forgot the name of the creator. Mike Judge. Mike Judge is involved with this, but I don't know, Chief. At least the animation looks the same. Like if they didn't like CG it or make it look cheap or something. So they left, is what it looks like. Then they got him as a neighbor. And then they came back. August 4th. I watched a documentary about Bram Stoker, and there is a prevailing thought that Dracula was not a vampire, and Transylvania was only chosen because of its remoteness and silly name. It is thought that the monster is supposed to be an old Gaelic monster from Stoker's area. Interesting. If it wasn't a vampire, then what was he? What was he? Who was he? Where was he? You know what's funny? Both Coca-Cola and Nintendo were founded before Dracula was written. So you could have an adaptation where Dracula plays the NES and drinks a Coke, and it would work within the universe. What? I mean, the timeline that they're writing it isn't of that time period. The time period for that is like 1800s. Like, we're going Victorian era, so no, I don't think them playing an NES and having a Coca-Cola would have worked. Summer Games Fest, sure. Okay, so State of Play. State of Play is 40 plus minutes. Xbox Showcase 90 minutes. Nintendo Direct 30 to 40 minutes. I like it when they keep it like under an hour. Xbox going over an hour seems stupid to me. Ubisoft Forward. Oh, get fucked. Oh, get fucked. Industry watchers note that Sony's June event likely won't replace their larger PlayStation showcase, expected later in 2025. Summer Games Fest is 6 to 9, then 8 Xbox. June 10th is Ubisoft. Late June rumored Nintendo Direct featuring Switch 2 details. Late June. Reminds me how you could have a historically accurate story where a pirate and a samurai are sent on a mission by Lincoln by sending them a fax. Yeah. I want that movie now? Yeah, sure. In a world. Abraham Lincoln on the phone. Oh my god. How fucking wild, man. What do the comments say for the King of the Hill trailer? Yeah, rest in peace. Brittany Murphy, Luann, John Hardwick, Dale Gribble, Tom Petty, Lucky, Dennis Berkeley, Principal Moss, Victor. This was 3 days ago. Did they get the? Yeah, Jonathan Josh, John Redcorn. Yeah, they've lost a lot of people. Now I want that as a sequel to Lincoln Vampire Slayer. Hang on. How well did that movie do? I remember seeing it in theaters. It was okay. I remember it's based on a book. Abraham Lincoln Vampire Slayer. There's Sense and Sensibility and Sea Monsters, Pride and Prejudice and Zombies. It was part of that kind of like vein of things. Vampire Hunter. I don't think it did. Oh, there is a hats off. Thank you. I think it's time for cheese. I Frankenstein. So I, Frankenstein falls into the same realm. I think it was even done by the same guy who did the Underworld movies. But holy hell does it, like... Underworld is a certain level of schlock that kind of takes itself seriously, but this one is it's too much. Budget of $69 million. Which it didn't, I mean, when did it come out? 2012. And it did 116. Like, it wasn't awful, but... Come on, man. Come on, man. Damp. Alright. So we got ourselves a new Happy Gilmore.
My name is Happy Gilmore. 30 years ago, I decided to give golf a try. But even when you're at the top of your game, you can always shank one.
Happy Gilmore sucks?
Oh, eat a bag of dicks!
How are you going to put Vienna through ballet school? It's $75,000 a year. That's 4 years. That's 333 grand.
That's terrible math, Johnny. It's 300 grand. I wouldn't even know where to start.
Let them see the Happy I fell in love with.
Come on, you gotta do it, Dad.
It's nice that they got his love interest is still in the movie too. Why are movies so expensive? Money laundering for one, but I think a lot of it is like their overuse of CG. They don't plan things accordingly. There's a lot of reshoots and crap. It makes it an entire fucking mess. On an unrelated note, I'm now prepared for the Switch 2's launch in exactly 24 hours. Is it launched then? I thought it... Well, pre-orders, I guess. I forget which war it was, but a long time ago, Russia had a war on its western border with the Ottoman Empire and on the eastern border against Japan. At that time, the Ottoman Empire and Japan did not know each other existed, but Russia was fighting both of them at the same time. That's fascinating. Wait, you're punching this guy too? Yeah. What you want to team up?
All right, let's go. Let's go get him, Dad.
But how about the jig?
I know how to do it, Dad. Let's go. Oh, Dad, we got this.
What the hell is happening?
Happy Gilmore is breaking in yet another caddy he just met.
All right, we're gonna go. See, but you bring those. Those always come. All right, that's it. They got a strap if you want to use the strap.
Happy Gilmore didn't have things flowing on the first though.
Check out the name tag, grandson. You're in my world now.
I got you a little something there, Pop. Everyone is talking about the comeback kid.
Happy Gilmore.
Happy Gilmore.
Happy Gilmore.
You've been watching me play Mr. Gilmore. So inspiring.
My dad loved you, man.
Oh my God.
I'm so sorry.
Give him here. I got some Gorilla Glue.
Why?
Remember the happy place I went to? You go to yours.
Oh my God, Rory!
Jackass. Bingo.
You stole my life from me.
He is the only reason to watch this movie, honestly. I couldn't pre-order, but I'm gonna try to be there for the midnight rush at Best Buy. Wish me luck. Oh my God, are they still doing that? That's still a thing that exists? Billy Madison was better. Ooh, them's fighting words. I enjoyed Happy Gilmore a bit more because Billy Madison was a bit too dumb. Where Happy Gilmore felt like an actual guy. He felt like an actual, like, adult man who did these things. While Billy Madison, he was like a man-child, and it gets kind of, weird. But, I mean, I can see the benefit, like, Billy Madison still has some amazing moments in it. Absolutely. Stephen A. Smith always making a cameo is fun, right? But this is the reason to see it. Just him.
Why would I want to steal the life of somebody who eats pieces of shit for breakfast?
What if the story was he had to team up with Shooter in order to do something? That would be funny. There would be like a lot of like sequel type movies where you then had to team up with the bad guy to take on another bigger, badder guy. I go with Waterboy for full dumb. Yeah. More member berries. Yeah, that's what it seems like, all of it. And it seems like he's like down on his luck because his car is like a piece of crap. He doesn't have money. He doesn't have, like, what did you squander all those sponsors and everything? He was a spokesperson for Subway, for God's sake. That'd be a little too much like Cobra Kai. I mean, it's a little too much like every other 80s sequel movie, honestly. I'll get you a solid review and watch it with my dad. He'll be hypercritical. Ooh, hypercritical. Not just very critical, hypercritical. He's got to, like, offset his name getting dropped in the Diddy case. Who? Adam Sandler? Whom? Yeah, whom Stiffer? Whose name got dropped? Cobra Kai did a team up with Johnny, Daniel, even chosen. Adam Sandler, did he really? Holy shit. The scene at the beginning of Happy Gilmore where he's singing through the speaker and ends up getting the old Asian lady is hilarious. I laugh just thinking about it. Oh, God. I didn't mean that, babe. I love you so much. And then she comes, and then, doesn't he sleep with her? Oh my God, I gotta see it now. Yeah, it was a Chinese woman.
I wanna kiss you all over and over and again. I wanna kiss you all over. Dun dun dun. Till the night closes in. Till the night closes in.
Terry.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Huh? All right, sit tight. I'll be right over.
Hey, you know our breakfast?
Perfect. It's easier to say who wasn't mentioned in the Diddy case shit. I mean, wasn't that... isn't that the same, about the same as, like, the Epstein files as well? It's just, like, so many people are being named and stuff. It's like, well, who's guilty, who's not? We should go through this. And they're like, yeah, how about we just never talk about it? And it's like, well, no, because some bad things happened and we want to punish them for the doing of the bad things because the bad things are bad. We want them to pay. Fair. Fair, I say. So Predator, Killer of Killers, Hulu. I don't like... It looks like the frame rate is off because it's all choppy, and that's the new thing for animated crap. You hear about 50 Cent actually going out of his way to tell President Trump not to pardon him? I think I heard something about that. And honestly, it was funny to me. It's fucking... We live in wild times, guys. Wild, wild times. Why couldn't they made this smooth? Why couldn't they have made this look smooth? We got games that run at 60 frames per second. I mean, this is what we wanted in terms of a theatrical movie, too. Is having an, like a ninja have to fight a predator. June 6th. That's this week. Holy shit. A lot of things going on. Eh. Oh shit, okay, so they released a tech demo for Witcher 4. Now, keep in mind, this is only a tech demo. It's not the gameplay. So this could still be a big fucking lie, like they did with Cyberpunk. Good times. If it bleeds, we can kill it. I need to rewatch the first Predator. It's been a while since I rewatched the first Predator. I've seen the second one recently, but I haven't rewatched the first one in a long bit. Are the industries brainwashing us into accepting single-digit frames now that GPU companies are melting down? Fuck, I don't know. It seems like that. It seems like a big play. Like, oh, they don't seem to mind when there's less frames, and we save money when we don't make a frame, so we're doing that. Fucking hate it. Toss a coin to your Siri. Technical presentation, not actual gameplay, is what it says down here in very, very small, very tiny print.
Sleep, is he? The ploughing plonker. Break me pearlies on this blasted pit-ridden tract. Where's Fear not dry road? Oi, the devil's out here! Just running from!
I mean, it being a tech demo is not exactly super impressive because it's all like pre-rendered stuff. Bye-bye! Taking all bets what the monster is. Maybe a chimera? Is that a griffin? Not a fucking griffins. Yeah, it's griffins. Anyway. So, there's a little bit of a kickback going on online right now saying that Siri looks much improved from her previous showing in that trailer that they had shown the teaser trailer. I don't know. She looks good here, I will say that. But I don't know if they intentionally improved her looks between the two to make her look a bit more or less bad. Something. I don't know.
Salt.
Almost had me fooled, Fruin.
I think she still has the cat eyes, though. It doesn't look like she has, like, the yellow cat eyes. It still looks like she has her green eyes. And she looks fucking great here. Yeah, she has the cat eyes, but they're green instead of yellow. Interesting. I mean, I'm interested to know more about the story. I just don't feel like she should be a Witcher. She's super powerful, more so than a Witcher. Epic Games.
Thank you, everyone, and welcome to the State of Unreal at Unreal Fest Orlando. We're
Unreal Fest.
Here to show you what's next with Unreal Engine and so much more. We are thrilled that you're able to join us. Thank you. But first things first.
It's weird. A lot of games are going to Unreal now.
From CD Projekt Red.
And CD Projekt Red is one of them. Yeah, they're the next Cyberpunk game that they make is going to be using the Unreal Engine. Halo is going to use the Unreal Engine. It's very weird.
Thank you, Wyatt, and hello, everyone. With The Witcher 4, we're stepping things up. And to do that, we needed the right partner. One that truly understands that great open-world games are all about art and technology coming together.
Well, don't go too open
Yeah,
world.
and look, our goals are completely aligned here. And around the launch of UE5, your awesome team at CD Projekt Red announced a collaboration to make open-world development in Unreal even better. And it's an opportunity, we just couldn't pass it up. So we've been working on a technical demo together to achieve just that. I think we should take a look at it. You guys ready?
We're ready.
Is this bull?
Kitek is going to play the build for us.
Sure, let's do it.
Fuck you. Fuck you. If this is on rails, and they have this jackass standing there with a controller acting like he's playing it, holy shit. Because this is, it's like I'm getting flashbacks back to Cyberpunk when it first showcased. They're like, look at all this stuff. It was all on rails. It was all fake. Oh, I hate that shit so much. Don't have a guy standing there being like, boop-a-doo, I'm playing the thing. Look at me, I'm doing a jump, boop-a-doo. Between Unreal licenses and Forkknife, can't Timmy cut Apple some slack? No. Never. immediately what I would do to prove that I was actually in the driver's seat is like dick around with the controls, like look around and do something loopy. Making everything still look cinematic. Yeah, you're not doing that. That's not you at the controller doing that. This thing's on rails and you're just fucking aping it.
Magical showcase set in the world of The Witcher 4. What you just saw and are going to see now is running on standard PlayStation 5 at 60 FPS with ray tracing.
PlayStation 5.
So in the game, you'll be playing as Ciri, a professional monster slayer, a witcher. She explores the world and hunts down monsters for coin. The region we are in is
like
called
she
Kovir,
literally can teleport between
and you'll
worlds.
get to explore it in a game. Right now, Ciri is investigating the monster, and after gathering new clues, she is heading back to a nearby village.
The lighting is really, really nice.
All right, everyone, meet Kelpie.
Let weeds be weeds, Kelpie.
So just like Geralt had wrote,
Good motion capture
Ciri
in the
has her
mouth.
own loyal companion.
We return to town.
These two characters need to feel like one. Since you're gonna explore the world on horseback, riding needs to feel seamless, natural, and just fun.
Yeah, and to support that, we're introducing multi-character motion matching in Unreal. So Ciri and Kelpie
Multi-character motion matching. What?
They're perfectly synchronized when mounting from any angle and speed.
Oh, interesting.
And we also support root motion movement on Kelpie.
So you don't always need to
controlling
mount the
her
horse from
feels
the same
realistic
side.
And grounded. And there are also some really nice improvements to our Unreal Chaos Flesh Solver and these machine-learned deformations. So you've got realistic muscles moving and stretching.
Is that jackass on the controller doing this right now?
There.
I hate it. Yeah, what button he pushed to do the internals? The guy's not fucking playing this game.
Let's leave Ciri behind for a second and talk about the world itself. So much of the Witcher world is natural, organic, especially Kovir with its dense forest and wild nature.
Yeah, and wild nature is hard. And with nanite geometry, we've freed artists from so many of their own constraints.
Geometry?
But we don't want to rest until everything we do in Unreal has that same spirit of freedom. There's always more work to do. And foliage
I'm wondering
is
if this is going to
huge
light my
piece of
computer
that
on
puzzle.
fire.
So we are excited to introduce nanite foliage.
What the fuck?
And in order to achieve gorgeous foliage density everywhere, while still being memory efficient, fast to render, we believe that a new idea was needed. So instead of the same card approach we've been using for the past 20 years, artists should be free to take a nanite approach to foliage, modeling every single leaf and pine needle.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
And the old LOD tricks of the past, they needed a complete rethink.
Hey, Fubi.
And in their place, it's a new adaptive voxel representation in nanite.
So the part that's frustrating about this... Of course that's going to get eaten. It's again them focusing so much on like the micro of the details, the graphics. We got to make sure you can see this should work better. They can see the hairs on their face and all the little micro things. Oh my god. Meanwhile, like the story's crap or the gameplay is boring or something like that. Like it's not a fun game. It looks gorgeous. It's not fun to play.
It's volumetric, it's fully 3D, it is super fast to render.
Most people would be more okay with playing a lesser quality looking
at
game.
A distance, they're no larger than a pixel, and they react to the changing light of our dynamic sun and our shadows, and they allow artists to render whatever amount of foliage is needed to achieve their vision without compromise.
And no compromise means how ambitious we are when it comes to bringing our vision to life with incredible visuals. But more than that, together with Epic, we created faster way to load the world. We can now bring in more content more quickly.
Of course, this is still going to be a couple years out.
Experience as we fly down to catch up with Ciri. Welcome to Valgrest. So Valgrest is a port town, a hub for fishing, trade, and mining. It's one of those places where you can meet shady characters or overhear gossip from other lands. It's also where Ciri took on her current contract. High-tech, let's leave.
Hopefully you can't
here
run
and
people
explore
over,
the marketplace.
'cause that's what I would do. Accidentally, of course.
I'm so excited we can finally show you some of this stuff. Let's see what Valve has to offer.
Bugger. Not her again.
It's a bear.
For the furry rascal.
That's a big bear.
And the bear's weight grants good fortune. Which here, have they?
Trying to look at the things on the sides too.
Guys, notice how responsive the world is. Character actions directly affect what happens around you.
I'm watching his
Sometimes
hands.
setting off chain
Oh,
reaction.
looks like he's kind of controlling it. Unless he's really good at puppeting it. Looking like he's controlling it.
Oh, look at this poor gentleman being taught how to fly by an angry innkeeper. That's what happens when you cheat at Gwen.
Last of it, is it?
I mean, if they make the game look like this, it'll be phenomenal, but you gotta wait until it comes out.
Okay, so this is the guy who gave the series quest his own. Like you probably suspect, he has his own agenda in all of this.
You're off your tits again, Wilfred. Get your ass up.
A typical day's toil.
Who in? Ah, with Churess. What news of my wagons? No eternity is taken to that damn salt.
His voice sounds familiar.
I found them. And, well, suffice to say, they'll not reach you. As for the salt, found not one speck. I presume this comes as no surprise to you. Now. Kavir's smuggling trade is of no concern to me.
Shush, shush, shush.
The manticore that flattened your cart and devoured your men,
Oh, it was a manticore.
quite the opposite.
Manticore? No, them winged hellspawn dwell in the arse end of Creighton. Not here.
While Ciri decides what to do about that merchant, let's take a look at the character technology that powers this marketplace. Why don't we listen in on these fishmongers? They're selling their wares,
Fishmonger!
chatting up customers.
Morning, catch this is. We'll find none fresher.
Rugged you ladies after one of them.
Curse. Get this cleaned and gutted for you. You mind, dearest? Into seeing something more.
So all this is happening while he's talking to the merchant.
And there is
Yeah,
tons
this is
of
what you're
tech
for.
at play here.
It's a tech
Even a
demo.
simple
It's not
market
gameplay.
solve, Metahuman tools, improved Unreal smart objects, chaos cloth, and more.
Yeah, and all of this exists to make sure that the gap in quality between Ciri and NPCs is as small as possible.
Yeah, and closing that gap, it's not just about fidelity, right, but also authenticity. They should react to changes in the world around them.
But the prisoner in Pillory isn't exciting enough for Valve. Let's grab everyone's attention with a circus.
I'm just thinking of how dynamic this is and how much it could change.
But the great performance deserves a huge crowd though. Let's crank it up.
Or are they going to add more crowd? Yeah, they're adding more crowd. That's a lot of people.
So you are seeing tons of optimizations here to many of Unreal systems, including an entirely new Unreal animation framework, allowing us to fit easily in our 60 FPS budget, not just in rendering, but also with room to spare on the game thread.
That's a lot of
Over
people.
300 animated skeletal mesh agents all going about their business. And the whole point is to leave breathing room for developers like you to introduce the gameplay and the systems that your players expect, empowering you to make your worlds come to life without Unreal standing in your way.
You are right. That's the open world RPG that we're making. But before we wrap up, how about one
Full being
final
full of
check-in with Ciri?
tzatziki sauce. Did you have a gyro? A gyro?
We are making this game to be the
good
most
sauce.
immersive and ambitious open world Witcher game ever. And we are making this a reality thanks to our work on Unreal with the team at Epic. I think what we're doing together is going to bring in a new generation of open-world RPGs, and I'm so proud of what we accomplished so far.
We are too.
The reason I roll my eyes is it's the open world
So we're
RPG
almost
thing that
done,
makes
but-
me roll my eyes, because it's one thing to have a world that's very full, that you can go a lot of places and explore. It's another thing entirely to basically make it so it's busy work, empty, and just kind of like, we don't need 100-hour games. If you gave me a nice and tight 60-hour game with a good story that leads me through, perfect, great. But you have like hundreds of hours in the game, then it just feels like something's going to be lost in it. Like Tears of the Kingdom for Zelda, the main story doesn't feel that impactful when you're spending a majority of the game not doing the main story, just dicking around doing other things. But that's the game, that's the experience. It's like, yeah, but story-wise, you should never leave the main story, come back to it and be like, where the fuck was I? It should be permeating through the entire world.
A first look at Lanexeter.
And at least with the previous Witcher games, Geralt couldn't climb. He rode his horse around. So it's like, if they keep it like that, that's fine.
Onward, Kelpie.
As long as they're not like, you can go to the top of every mountain. No. You can fly. So, we'll see. I hope to God they explain why she's a Witcher now. And don't just like sideline it of, well, we needed her to be a Witcher so that she would be a Witcher. So she could be a Witcher. Okay. So now we have Peacemaker Season 2. I never watched the first season of Peacemaker.
Backflips to get you to join.
I'm kind of over a lot of the DC titles.
Welcome, Peacemaker, or do you prefer Chris?
Either's fine.
Can you tell us a little about your skills?
I'm considered the finest marksman in the world.
Mic is off.
Oh,
Yeah.
I am also proficient in hand-to-hand combat.
How many more of these do we have today?
Is that popcorn still here?
You love popcorn.
My butt's getting really big lately, so.
I have a variety of helmets.
This guy sucks.
Excuse me? Am I supposed to be able to hear you guys?
Excuse me?
You were talking about your butt and stuff? And also you said that I suck?
It is not funny.
I don't get it. We saved the world.
I thought everyone would finally treat us like heroes.
I don't need anybody else to just forge my own path.
You're living in the worst level of Grand Theft Auto.
I've come to the conclusion you suffer from a particularly severe form of toxic masculinity. What?
Argus has been monitoring Peacemaker ever since Rick Flag Sr. was named director.
Does he know that I am?
Kill this time. Media.
Bring me Peacemaker.
Mexicali, you scan for any anomalies throughout that house. Pony Boy, don't let him out of your sight. Titties, I want you to take the front door. Encino Man, you take the back door. Got it?
Yeah, but not the fucking names, dude. You can't just call us that.
Where do you think we are? Fucking Berkeley?
We haven't always been great people. But
We are the 11th Street Kids. No one will ever break us apart.
Problem being is, like, this being on HBO, I'll never see it. I'll have to find it some other way.
ready for the next adventure, pal?
Keep on keeping on.
Who the fuck are you?
It just seems so weird to have, like, it was happening during the same time that the Snyderverse was still around, and to now have it where it's now the Gunverse, Snyderverse, Gunverse. Now everything's a James Gunn project. He's mainlining the entire DC universe, and now it all feels samey, and it's kind of unfortunate because that's not kind of what it's like overly goofy, yeah, maybe Snyder was taking things a bit too harsh, but then Gunn is making things a bit too goofy. They're trying hard to make Peacemaker into Deadpool, and it's super obvious. At least he's not breaking the fourth wall. They are making him, like, he's a goofy character. I liked him in Suicide Squad because he was kind of harsh. Yeah, he had some goofiness to him, but he was very driven. And then I guess in the series, they've made him more goofy. Into the Snyderverse was my favorite Spider-Man. Spider-Man? Spider-Man movie? Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of them. Marvel Rivals official Ultron's Battle Matrix Protocol trailer. So they dropped Ultron for Marvel Rivals, and he plays pretty good. I don't see a lot of people fighting to play as him, though.
Go, my children. Make yourself useful.
I'm not entirely sure I know how to use him either. What the fuck is this? Oh, it's just like a strategy game? Okay.
By the eye of Agamotto.
Interesting. Is this supposed to be part of Marvel Rivals? Like an extra mode of Marvel Rivals? It's Rivals. Interesting. Huh. I'd be down to play a like a strategy game like that. Because they've had a lot of side modes like a battle royale and free for all and stuff like that, so it makes sense that they could put something like that in there. All right, so they're making a Knives Out 3. I didn't even think Knives Out 2 did that well. I certainly didn't give a crap about it, because I watched the first one and I was like, all right, seems like a Rian Johnson movie where he keeps constantly changing the story because he doesn't want people to guess what the ending is. It seems like this is all he's got going for him now, is Knives Out.
Impossible crime.
Won't you spare me over till another
Oh god, Jeremy Renner's ragged into this.
For a man of reason,
Anna de Armas
this
again.
is the Holy Grail.
This was dressed as a miracle. It's just a murder. And I solved murders.
I'll open the door to heaven or hell.
Netflix. By Netflix. So is it a theatrical movie or is it direct to... Is it just Netflix? I don't understand. When is something a movie? When is something a series? When is it on streaming? When's it on... Okay. Well, that told me basically nothing. Okay, goodbye. Shin Godzilla 4K remaster teaser trailer. I never saw Shin Godzilla. It's like Godzilla 2000 and Shin Godzilla are ones I really want to see. Japan really have that many tanks? Is Godzilla's tail really that long? I didn't think his tail was that long. Oh, and in theaters August 14th. Interesting. Good for you. Oh my god. Are they bringing back Little Nemo? Excuse me. Are they bringing back Little Nemo? Man, I remember Little Nemo. Interesting. He's picking up candy. Wait a minute. Who's making this? Because I think it was Capcom who made it before. Guardians of Slumberland in this latest trailer of the upcoming Metrovania game. Little Nemo and the Guardians of Slumberland available Steam, Nintendo Switch. Who's making it? Alright, I'm not entirely a fan of this art style. That looked fine. This is ridiculously animated. Is it Mio? There's a demo. Diesoft? So it's not... Or was it Konami? I think it was Capcom. Capcom... Nemo. Yeah, it was Capcom.
1990's Little Nemo, the Dream Master, was one of the last games I bought for the Nintendo Entertainment System before upgrading to a Super Nintendo, and I still think of it as one of the platform's later games. It's based on an anime series that is in turn based on a turn-of-the-century American newspaper comic from 1905. In the game, you can turn into different sort of animals by feeding them candy, just like in real life.
This was a fun game.
It was an okay platformer with an interesting gimmick, but difficult with controls that weren't terribly responsive. 1990's Little Nemo, the Dream Master.
Yeah, you said that already. It loops around. Apparently they made one for the arcade system? Weird. Huh. Well, apparently we got another Nemo game. Gameplay trailer. Yeah, so the Summer Games is going to come out, and we're going to have our work cut out for us with all the games. All right. Well, it's 11:30. I'm trying to get wrapped up with things before midnight. So, we can run ourselves through a Katina video and wrap things up from there. Because I know as soon as I start to watch her vid, it may take me an extra half hour to get done, so it might be closer to midnight. But hey, we got this going on, so we'll turn that down. Turn this up.
Oh my gosh.
Holy shit, that looks good. All right, let's cover this up. Teaming up with my good friend Steel Rod Radham. Why is that his name? To take on the big one, 52 slice team pizza challenge from Fox's Pizza Den in Hendersonville, Tennessee. Teams of two have 1 hour to finish a massive 30-inch pizza, topped with at least 2 meats, or 1 meat, 2 veggies, or 4 veggies. Winners earn their pizza meal for free and a spot on the Fox's Pizza Den's Wall of Fame. Check with your local store to see if they offer the challenge. Steel Rod. Anyway. I've been here the whole time, you know. I know. It just reminded me. What does that look like? Sausage and olives. Olives!
Hello, crew, and welcome to today's video. Today
so
I'm at
quiet?
Fox's Pizza Den in Hendersonville, Tennessee, where we are about to take on the big one. I am here with Redeem the Steel Rod.
That's funny.
Czech
He's wearing her
Republic.
merch.
I know for sure he is really good at smashing $9 Corona Extras on Broadway, so I'm pretty sure he can smash this big pizza in front of us. But we're gonna have 1 hour to finish
That's a
their
big
massive
pizza.
Big One pizza, which is 30 inches, 52 slices of pizza. You have to get 1 meat and 2 veggie toppings, or 2 meats or 4 veggie toppings.
Oh, and red onion.
Redeem went with beef, ground beef, onions, and black olives, and then also extra cheese because he is insane. On my half, I went with bacon, mushrooms, and sweet peppers, which I didn't know were going to be like jardiniere-ish, but we'll see how that goes.
Sweet
On the
peppers,
side,
nice.
it's not required. We do have some dipping sauces just in case, and some drinks just in case. But 1 hour, if we are successful, we get our $50 pizza meal for free and spots up on the Wall of Fame. But without further delay, are you ready?
I am.
Ain't none to it but to do it.
Get this challenge started. Yay!
I think mine's how this bigger.
I think it is. We are here with a former Fox's Pizza Den champion. Mr. Randy Santel is here to witness this destruction. His time with his teammate Brett Healy was 22 minutes. We're gonna try and
Did
do
it in
that.
22 minutes. They have an hour
Redeem's
to finish
wearing,
this
like, the
pizza.
sexiest shirt on the planet, Halo Crew shirt. So you didn't hear that, Randy. Anyways, are you ready?
I am.
All right, get that timer going. In 1, 2, 3.
Why does his look like an egg timer?
Let's do it. Ooh, cute little slice.
Always go for the triangle pieces first. They're the best.
Oh, that's good pie. I'm into it.
This was a pleasantly thin pizza. It had a really great crust to toppings ratio and made it way easier on my jaw than I expected.
The sweet peppers are really good.
When I ordered the sweet peppers, I just assumed it meant like an assortment of bell peppers, but it was like a marinated or maybe even sauteed pepper, and they were so delightful. It was kind of a happy accident because they weren't raw and crunchy.
This bad boy barely fits in their pizza oven, so it was kind of fun to watch them make this and like cram it.
This is Tennessee, by the way. So I have to go out to Tennessee to find this place. Looks like good pizza. Although, I mean, not hard to find good pizza. It depends. There's areas, but I mean, all pizza good pizza? Kind of? Mostly? Maybe?
It was really flavorful, obviously, and then it also softened up that crust just a hair.
I mean, I would say it's hard to fuck up pizza, but I know it's possible.
I'm full. You got this? They have dessert pizzas here. I really want to save room for one.
Y'all know that I am a sucker for dessert pizza, but maybe I was thinking ahead a little bit too far. I still had, I don't know, like 6 pounds of pizza to get through.
The sweet peppers were a happy accident. These are delicious. I just thought it was going to be bell peppers, but they're like marinated.
A little bit of deja vu there. I believe I mentioned that already.
She keeps like explaining things and he's just focused on eating.
Places had that as an option. This might be one of my new favorite veggie pizza toppings.
I don't know, extra cheese was good, yeah.
If I had to guess, I would say Redeem adding extra cheese. I'd say he probably added about 1.5 to 2 pounds of extra food to eat for himself. So definitely a lot more challenging to get through all that.
You beat me.
It's nice and soft.
Why would you get extra cheese? I mean, I know why, but still.
Ideal amount of sauce. There was enough to make it easy to go down, but also not so much that it was super soggy.
Scared him away.
That moment where you're trying to do the food challenge and you can't reach the food.
Before entering the shop, seeing us do this challenge.
So. Yeah, you can go around.
I'll have what she's having.
Luckily, we hadn't scared anyone away, but as you can see here, I don't know if the camera really does it justice, but seeing me have to stand up and quite literally just lean over the entire pizza to reach the other end, hopefully illustrates.
It's looking like she's beating him, and it might be because he got the extra cheese.
Certainly an intimidating pie, and yeah, we had a lot of work cut out for us.
Try some of yours before you finish.
Yeah, you can go ahead and have a slice. I'll try one of yours, see what all this extra cheese is all about. I'll go for this big boy right here. See if the extra cheese is worth it. Holy bananas. Oh yeah.
Extra cheese.
Wow. And your side is way warmer too. Because I think the cheese really trapped it. That's nice.
Bacon is good.
Yeah, I really like both halves of right.
Well, that's good,
And
because then they can help
extra
each
pound
other.
and a half of cheese though. That was nuts.
Delicious indeed, but I can't say it would be worth the additional fiber intake needed to balance all of that dairy out, if you catch my drift.
Dairy.
But on that possibly TMI note, I'm going to leave you guys to enjoy the rest. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.
Redeem's been a busy boy. He's been eating a lot of food. I'm on the opposite end of the spectrum. I haven't eaten a food challenge in 7 weeks, so I'm very out of practice. I was expecting Redeem to carry us here. We'll see how we do.
I'm good.
Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. Pizza is possibly one of the easiest foods to overeat. Because you order like a large pizza, go, I'll save some slices for later. But then it's there, and it's warm, and it's perfect, and then you eat it, and you're like, well, I don't want to put it in the fridge, because it's going to be cold, and yeah, reheating it is usually fine, but having it fresh,
Like this. If you think this is gross, do not go to an actual competition. Ugh. Excuse me. Oh, I needed that. Sorry.
It's even worse than snoring.
doesn't even look like she's drinking her drink that much.
Redeem has been our roommate before. He knows I love to snore after a good food challenge. Ugh. I did not win before I began today. I did not train.
Oh, yeah. Just 8 slices left.
Oh my.
I'm sure this was not what you were expecting when you came in to order a pizza today. And
Now, I wonder if they have to only eat their side. Or can one person carry and eat
Redeem is very
most of the
resilient,
pizza?
and he's picking up his pace while I slow down. Oh.
Wow, they're about to finish at about the same time. Holy shit.
Are you gonna wait for me? Aww. I'm fine. I'm gonna be chewing for about 4 hours and 76 seconds, whatever that means.
They're
That's a long
below
time.
20.
We still have 40 minutes.
Yeah, cheers.
Jeez. Jeez. That looked like a really good pizza. Wow, 20 minutes.
Ooh. Oh, thank you guys. Goodness gracious. 20 minutes and 35 seconds was our final time to finish the big one, which was certainly quite large. Absolutely delicious. What did you think, Radim?
I love it, yeah, but I was in there to decide for more cheese, but...
That was so much cheese. You're like, his bite was like an inch of cheese. It was ridiculous. But thankfully for winning, we do earn our pizza meal for free and spots up on the Wall of Fame. I need to like brush my teeth because I have half the toppings still in mine. And then we're probably going to take a nap in the car on the way home while chauffeur Randy drives us. But thank you all so much for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Okay, peace out. Bye.
Yeah, that was a good one. Well done. Well done. You did it. You did it. You won. Booty. All right. We'll wind it down here. But that'll do it for tonight. Like I said, want to get things wrapped up before midnight here. Excuse me. Let's see. Who's Oop in a boot? Who do we raid out to? Who do we raid out to? Major Big Buds is doing Claire Obscure. Lore Master Rian. Oh, Nicole's on. Nicole's playing Elden Ring. Haven't seen Nicole in a while. Let's raid Nicole. We haven't seen Nicole in a while. All right, let me get this going over here, over here, over here. All right. Thank you all so much for watching and stopping by. Both... Oh God. Special shoutouts to those of you on the Twitch side and the YouTube side. Oh God, I hadn't stretched this whole time. I'll be back again tomorrow with more Cyberpunk 2077. Hopefully not touching the graphics card driver at all. So we should be good for at least 2 days of solid playthrough there. Working on leveling up my character more and well, probably maybe start doing some story missions now. But that's what we got going on for tomorrow and Thursday. And then Friday is going to be... Friday. Baldur's on Friday. And Saturday, Sunday, maybe Space Marine 2, Dark Tide. There's so many games with content. So many new games with content. Or new content for games that exist. So, we got the choices. We got the stuff. So, alright. So, have a good night, everyone. I hope you have a good rest of your week, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye for now.